All right, welcome to another special edition of the Andy Zoric Show. With me for the first time is my cousin Brandon. We're going to talk about Star Wars. Put that thing away. You're going to hurt yourself. And well, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen it?
Well, just once, but I have plans to go back.
Yeah. So you think people would believe if I told them I saw it 6 times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times over this past weekend?
I would believe that. I've known this guy my whole life, and probably a big reason I'm into Star Wars.
Yeah, really? Oh, I appreciate that. Okay, so let's start with likes.
Likes.
And just so you know, there might be some spoilers.
Yes, so go to the next video or go to the movie if you don't want any spoilers.
Or call him with complaints.
Yeah, don't call me with complaints. I just warned you.
Full disclaimer.
What I did like, we got back to basics here. Now, I think the only complaints we've
What do
seen...
you mean basics?
We're back to the formula that made Star Wars great. This is all the stuff that you loved about the original trilogy is in this movie. Now, some are calling that derivative and repetitive, and that's a valid argument. It really is. But Star Wars was a damaged brand by the prequels. You had
Disagree.
some very terrible filmmaking there. Terrible plots. You had just scenes and scenes and scenes of people in robes walking down big halls. That is the in lightsaber battles. That was the crux of the prequel movies. The pacing was terrible.
It wasn't anything having to go, people's going to die?
Yeah, if you quote Jar Jar one more time, I'm throwing you out of here. There was just not good filmmaking with the prequels. Here we had a very good director. We got someone that really understands pacing and rewatchability. Did you know
Good
Trek?
job, J.J. Abrams.
Did you know Star Trek? J.J. Abrams' Star Trek is considered one of the most rewatchable films.
Okay.
And
You sure it's not because of Chris Pine?
Probably more than Zoe Salata.
Oh, I'd agree with that. Cheers. Good call.
Force Awakens very much could be another one of these highly rewatchable movies.
Okay. Give me your top 3 likes and your top 3 dislikes.
Top 3 likes. Liked the cast.
Mm-hmm.
Liked the variations on the sceneries.
Okay.
Liked the digital effects, including all the spaceships and all the lightsaber battles and all the laser blasts. Okay. Dislikes. Han Solo hammed up his role a little bit. I'm going to change one of my likes. This is a spoiler. Turn off now. Han's death scene was amazing. But I didn't like how he hammed up sort of the rest of his lines. Kylo Ren did not need to take off his mask. I think it brings more to the character if he doesn't. And I thought they kind of forced the women empowerment stuff down our throat by making Finn a little bit of a weak character. Well, and there's nothing wrong with strong female characters. Princess Leia was a strong female character, and they didn't have to make another character weaker to make that point.
Exactly. What was your most surprising moment?
For me, I think it was Han's death.
Mm-hmm.
What about yours? What was your biggest likes, biggest dislikes?
What I liked about it is what didn't I like about it. I think that Finn was a surprise. I didn't know exactly how I was going to like his character. Rey was just, I think she was great. I'm looking forward to, and no spoilers here or whatnot. They just released some stuff about 8 and 9. I'm going to really look forward to the development of that. Spoiler here, she was the awakening. It wasn't Finn. You and I had talked about that. But she's the key. BB-8, I love her. BB-8 and R2-D2, the new pair.
Oh yeah.
I
would see a movie with just those two.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they made a Minion short with R2 and BB-8, it'd be, I'd probably make more than they did in the first, hour of Star Wars internationally. But so that's one thing. Kylo Ren's relationship was very good. I'm very interested in seeing who the Grand Master is going to be, because there is some hearsay about who he really is, even before Emperor Palpatine or Senator Palpatine. So
I believe that Snoke is Darth Plagueis.
and I agree. If you don't know who Darth Plagueis is,
Watch episode 3.
you've got Google. Anyways, and then my third, Rey driving the Millennium Falcon, badass bitch in the universe driving, the fastest ship.
Okay, so you really like Rey. Is Rey Luke's daughter?
If you're asking for my insight into that, yes. Yeah, because one of the books actually has Luke and Marjay falling in love and having a child. And yeah, I believe that's who it is. But on the other side too, it could be because of the Jedi twins that Han and Leia were supposed to have. It could be that Ben, aka Kylo Ren, could be his sister. So we're going back to the original basics that Andy was talking about revitalizing it. I love the fact that the lightsabers were a whole new generation in effect. Because if you look where Rey, and he has the lightsaber right to her and stuff, and you can see the detail on the blade and stuff, I thought that was awesome. Whole new, and of course you can only really see that if you see it in 3D.
Yeah, I hear 3D is really good. I have not seen the movie in 3D. I generally don't like 3D, but people are telling me this is worth seeing in 3D.
What didn't I like?
What didn't you like?
I'm just going to step right off the back. I wasn't a big fan of Kylo Ren taking his mask off because he is one ugly. But, hey, I can't say either. And it would actually have been better if he would have taken the mask off in the next episode versus now, because it would have added an era of Vaderized, something like that.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's talking to his grandfather, oh, sorry, spoiler alert, was a little weird. I loved Poe, too.
I want to see a Poe movie.
And there will be. But the thing is that wasn't big on the lack of development that they had with Poe already.
Yeah, that was one thing that I'm not saying I didn't like it, but I found myself very early on watching this movie. It's like, there's a lot of action. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm not sure why I'm invested in these characters yet, because you got this chase scene with Finn and Poe, and they're in the starship, they're trying to escape, and you're like, don't know who these people are, don't know why I care about them, but I am on the edge of my seat. So credit to Abrams for getting me to invest very quickly in these people. I have no idea who they are.
Right, and that was one of the things too. It was a little weird to actually sit there and allocate time and feeling and emotion as far as Finn and being like, "Hey, I'm gonna get you out of here." Bam, done, down. That was a little, quick to the point too.
So here's something I've been meaning to bring up with somebody, and I just remembered. So Poe gets thrown from the ship, but not his jacket.
His jacket got thrown.
Yeah, it was kind of just like hanging on the ship.
Well, when he got thrown out, it caught something, and his arms went, and he got stuck there because Finn had to have the jacket.
1 in a billion shot.
Because honestly, and this is from a fashion consulting style thing, that jacket, money.
Have you noticed that jacket is very, very similar to the one Luke wears at the end of episode 4?
No comment. Snook?
Yeah.
I didn't like that he was freaking 6 stories taller.
Well, yeah, that's just the holograms.
I didn't like that.
That's just the perspective.
Well, in 3D, it hurts your eyes.
Okay. If you remember Empire Strikes Back, Vader kneels down and there's this giant Emperor head in front of him.
Hold on.
That's
what is thy bidding, my master?
And I thought, can't they just 1-to-1 ratio here?
Yeah. Okay, so here, that brings up a really good question. What is one thing, that you would like to see happen in the next movie? And take it from the perspective of Star Wars to Empire Strikes Back. And I'm going to lead this, okay?
All right.
I would actually, the reason I like Empire so much, and I think a lot of people do, is that it was so dark. okay, you actually expanded on the dark side versus the light, okay? I mean, it was very, very gripping from that perspective. I think that that's one of the things, and J.J. Abrams is not going to be directing the next one.
No.
Reiner or something?
Yeah, he directed Jurassic World.
Yeah. That wasn't a bad movie.
Okay, so the one thing that you expect out of episode 8?
The one thing that I want to see
Okay.
in 8.
And you just want to see a darker...
I want to see more development, and it's going to happen because, I mean, and then we have to talk about the ending.
Okay.
Which will be a spoiler.
All right. I agree. Empire is my favorite of the original trilogy, and it's because it's the second act. It is the darker act. It's part of a trilogy. It is the second act of one story. What I would really like to see, and I think we're going to get into this I think this is what we want to go with on the talk about the ending.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear Luke say to Rey, "I am your father." Rey, I am your father.
I'm sorry. I gotta get that just. And if you don't know what we're talking about the ending where Rey goes.
Last 30 seconds of the movie.
Yeah, it's the most poignant part of the movie. Okay, she finds Luke, and that answers the question why everybody's asking. Is like, where the hell's Luke? You know, you see his hand touch R2. Well, that's a flashback. At the bar. I don't know necessarily it was supposed to be the first Jedi temple. I don't really know if I believe that. It's just a
Jedi temple.
It's an island on a planet.
People are saying that it's a reference to an old Jedi temple that's seen in the video game Knights of the Old Republic.
Right, but it's supposed to be this. I mean, Han refers to it as the first Jedi temple. Who knows? But she finds him, and the whole thing is that he leaves because what happens with Kylo Ren and the rest of the Jedi Order that he trains after Jedi. Okay, spoiler alert. Sorry, I didn't think about that disclaimer. But the thing is that I mean, it was the perfect ending that she gets high. He's looking over, he's looking out, and it's going to be him teaching her. It's the original reason that Leia had sent Kylo Ren to him. But she's the point of the awakening. Okay, she is it. Everybody thinks it's Finn. It's not. It's her, and that's gonna.
That was a nice red herring that they put in all the trailers to just only show Finn with the lightsaber, and all the previews.
Red herrings suck.
Oh, come on, this is the guy that created Lost. I mean,
that
show was full of red herrings.
I'd rather have a fried pickle. So, with that said, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, and good drink. So, may the force be with you.
May the force be with you, and we'll see you in the new year.
Yeah, Mo says the same.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Good night.